Yeah, 2-0 then to Spurs. This is 2 wins out of 2 for Frank, as we welcome in our very own Frank. Frank Leboeuf joins us. Just a reminder, ESPN FC is presented by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. Stevie, what the heck was that from City?
It was the City of last year.
But they're not supposed to be the City of last year.
So everybody, with this propaganda we've been getting that this City's... Well, that's all it's been.
It's been Naden. Blame Naden.
Well, Naden's been the head of it.
Yes.
And you and I won't take all the credit, you and I told them that they've done absolutely nothing to change the back line. And we saw it today. I mean, when they're not scoring goals, then they are going to be losing games because they don't look as though they know how to keep a clean sheet. And Spurs were really impressive the way they went about it. It was from a solid base because they know that defensively they can be got at. And so they had a real solid back line, solid midfield, and waited for their opportunities. And that's what they did all game. They just broke, and every time they broke, they looked dangerous. And then, of course, you got Trafford making those types of mistakes. Then they basically handed the game to Spurs. At the same time, there was no reaction from Manchester City. I thought second half, right, here we go. The crowd's going to get into it. They're going to be pushing. They're going to be creating chances. They never created anything. I mean, Mamouche had a chance in the first half at 0-0 that might have changed the course of the game. Didn't take it, and then he disappeared. Haaland wasn't in the game either. Cherki, I mean, I don't know. Coming off the bench previously in pre-season and then last week, he looked the part. Today he gets a start and he absolutely did nothing. So this was a great win for Spurs, a deserved win for Spurs, and Man City haven't changed a jot.
Frank?
Yeah, I totally agree with Stevie. I found Tottenham very good and deserving the win. I found Van de Ven and Romero absolutely with a great performance and doing what they had to do and being very strong. I found the front line with especially Richarlison and Kudus, working hard, tracking back. As soon as they lost the ball, try to get the ball immediately after that. And they deserve to win. But from Manchester City, as Stevie said, they didn't change anything. And I'm upset about the second goal. Yes, Trafford made a mistake of giving the ball. But what about Nicol? Why Nicol wants to give, Gonzalez, why he asks for the ball? And you can see that again. When he really asks for the ball, when he has 2 guys behind him, and forces the goalkeeper to give him the ball. Yeah, okay, the goalkeeper has a choice and free will to decide whether he's going to give the ball or not, but it's forced by Nico Gonzalez. I don't get it. I don't understand if it's Guardiola asking that. And now we have to talk about Pep Guardiola. I already said, like Stevie, that I put Manchester City fourth in the league at the end of the season because I don't see why they will finish before that. Because they didn't change anything in the middle of the park, at the back, the way Pep Guardiola wants his players to play, it doesn't change. That football is over, and you have to change. Having the possession doesn't mean you're going to win the game, and it's been proven for almost a year now, even more.
I would say that, to Stevie's point, that this is Manchester City of last year. It's not only the defending part, and Frank just mentioned the possession there. The possession of the ball by Manchester City is really poor. By their standards, they're losing the ball in bad areas all the time. Misplaying passes, easy passes, passes that you come to expect Manchester City to complete regularly, consistently, and that's not happening. So it's not just the defending part that it's already bad. In the best of circumstances, when Manchester City were dominating the possession of the ball, if they happened to lose it, they were always exposed to counterattack opportunities because of the way that they set up and the way they try to play. But now, you still have the same issues defensively, and you add to that the fact that your possession is not nearly as good as it used to be. So more often than not, you're losing the ball in bad areas. More often than not, teams are attacking you and exposing how vulnerable you can be in transition. Beyond that,
they don't trust each other, do they?
No, absolutely not. And that is it's. it's amazing how connected we are, Stevie. That's exactly where I was going next. You don't see, when I give you the ball, I don't know what you're going to do. And I don't trust that you're going to keep it. And so I don't take the next position that I'm supposed to take in order to make myself available to you. That happens with the ball. Without the ball, it's even more troubling. Because when I go and press you, that guy doesn't think that I'm going to get to you. And so therefore, he's not coming behind me. So as I come and press you, and there's not a second line of pressure, you just play right through me, and everybody's running the opposite way, and Manchester City are struggling. And this is not new, to the point that Stevie and Frank were both making. This is not new. It's going back to the middle of last season.
So did we get too excited last week because it was Wolves?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So what has Spurs done differently in these two games than we saw from Postecoglou last season? What has impressed you?
Where do you want me to start? You know, do you know what Frank's done? He's put even more pressure on Amorim.
Right.
You know, Amorim, albeit had half a season.
How did we get onto Manchester United?
Because
the bias.
Because
oh no,
Frank has been at Tottenham for 2 seconds. And you 100% can see exactly what Spurs are all about. And not only the way they're trying to play, but the actual culture that they have. That you can see it in them all. They're all quite happy to be nice and solid and be patient. And then when they get it, then they open up and then they play. And that he's done that in such a short space of time that now, particularly Amorim, can't turn around anymore and say, well, I haven't had enough time, or I haven't been able to train, or I haven't been able to do this.
Right.
So Thomas Frank 100% has got a way of playing and a culture at that club already in a short space of time. So whether it's Amorim or anybody else, they can't use that excuse anymore, because Frank has shown you how to do it.
Frank?
Yeah, first I want to say that every time Stevie says Frank, you know, I think he talks about me.
But,
I don't know.
He said nice things, take it.
Yeah, yeah, of course. But what I wanted to say, do we have to get carried away, you know, by the 2 games of Spurs when we have all said, when Postecoglou signed that he changed the game, he changed Spurs, that was much better, and Spurs will go very well very soon. Nothing happened, and Postecoglou has been changed. But I want to believe that what Thomas Frank is doing, it's absolutely fantastic, and I like, because that's more than the tactic. It's more the mentality of the players. What I felt today, which has changed dramatically, where everybody is concerned about the others. Ali was talking about the fact that Manchester City, they don't trust each other. You can feel that everybody at Tottenham knows exactly what to do according to what the teammate is proposing, is offering. And that's what I like. The 4 at the back, Porro, Spence, Romero, Van de Ven, they know what they have to do. And with the work that they do in the middle of the park and the commitment of the people at front, it makes a very complete squad, team, and if they carry on like that, well, they're going to surprise many teams, because even Richarlison, which I think is not a right striker, but the way he's involved in all movement, defensively and of course offensively, really impressed me today.
Can I just say though that I don't think we're getting carried away with Spurs.
Okay.
Because the way they're going about it and the way Thomas Frank has got them going, unlike Postecoglou, the way they're playing is absolutely sustainable for the whole season.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's simple. It's not complicated. It's basic.
It's like a haircut.
But it's done correct. But it's done at a high level. Oh, wow. And so that's what makes it sustainable.
It is a high level.
Aye.
And tight.
Bits of it disappearing, but so that's why it's not crazy to get carried away, because they can do this all season.